Hello and welcome to this video tutorial, and today we're going to be taking a look of how you can make a login form in Photoshop. Alright, so let's get started. I'm just going to walk you through some how I did it, and we jump on and creating the whole thing from the beginning. Alright, so I just started with the main layer, which is the yellow background over there, and I went on with those box where you type in your username, and same thing for the right, and I went on and typed in username and inside of the boxes, right, and there's an arrow that you click on to enter, and which is this one over here, and these ones are just sign up now, and we go on and make those two, and yeah, it's quite easy. It's not hard. It will take us a few minutes. Alright, so if you're ready, I am ready. Let's get started. So, and also I'll be making this one over here too. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. File, new. Let's make it let's see what it depends how big your page is, your main page. So let's say if mine was 600 by 300, then yeah, I didn't have to type in that. And yeah, there you go, I have it here. So let's go ahead and get started by double clicking on this background and unlocking it. Okay, and let's go ahead and click on the shape layers, and click over here on this arrow and click on fixed size. Alright, so yeah, so click here and make sure you click fixed size and type in it depends how big you want it to be. Alright, so I want mine to be 250 by 40, and yeah, and just click on the arrow again, it will disappear, and you need to go ahead and click on this tool over here, not the first one, the second one, and make sure the radius is at 32, and you want it to be around a little bit. You need to have a round edge. So let's say maybe we leave it at 30 perhaps, and leave everything as it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw it now. So you won't be able to draw it. Actually, yeah, let's see. Make sure you make a new layer. Alright, and make sure you still have the fixed size on. Make sure it's on. If it's not, then it won't do the trick. Okay, so and then so what we do is just you won't need to draw. We just drop the size in just right away, as yeah, as you can see I just clicked, and there you go. So it will just take the info from here, 250 by 40, and it will make a 250 by 40. So you won't need to drag it and you know, trying to find out the size for it. You can just go ahead and type in the size and click once, and then it will just appear. Alright, so then let's go ahead and double click on the layer. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a gradient, and give it a stroke around it. So click on the gradient, any color you want. You can just go ahead and make this any color you want. Let's say I'll make it I made it gold, kind of bluish. Now I can just go ahead and choose a different color, maybe green perhaps. So let me just make a little bit darker green, make it a bit dark, and that's okay. And this one I'm gonna make a lighter green, and that looks okay. I mean, not happy with it, but yeah, that looks fine. That looks perfect. Click OK and OK. Okay, let's go to stroke. Click on it, and the size is at 4, right? That's okay, but let's go ahead and change it to 3, or you can go ahead and play around with the size until you get the right size. Okay, the color, you can go ahead and make it grayish kind of, right? Or you can go ahead and type in this D7 D7 D7. That looks fine. That's a nice gray over there. Click OK, and okay, we're done now with the first main page. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and draw a rectangle on this shape. So click and hold the shape tool and choose rectangle tool, and make sure the foreground color is white. That's F. Alright, so there's another mistake over there, and also make sure you make a new layer for it, and make sure you are not on a fixed size. Make sure you get off there. Click here on the first one now. Right, so let's go ahead and now we can draw it. Alright, and hold down space to position it, and you can make it as big as you want, and I would say there's good. Alright, Control Z to undo, make it a little bit longer, and that's good. Okay, right click, duplicate a layer. You can make a new copy of it and name it password box. Alright, and name the first one username box. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and click on the password box, click on the move tool and click on it, and make sure you hold on shift so it stays aligned, and make sure you align it correctly. And now as you can see, that's really big. We need a space in the middle. I'm just going to click on the first one and move it back a little bit, and hold on shift so it stays aligned. Alright, that's good. We have a little space in here, but the first one had a little bigger space. You can make it smaller or bigger, it depends, right, with what you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the text tool and type in something here. Let's say username. Okay, now you can't say anything because the foreground color is white. We need to go ahead and change the foreground color to the same color as this one. Let's see if no, that's really white. D7 D7. That looks fantastic. That's really good. Alright, so click on the move tool and duplicate the layer again for the text. Hold on shift and it will align in the middle, and there we go. You have user. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the text tool and make sure you double click on the username layer, the copy that we just made, to change it to password. So don't double click here on the name, double click on the shape of here, and so that we select the text, and you can go ahead and change it to password. Right, so there you have it, password. Alright, so another thing that we need to do is that we need to go ahead and create this thing down here. So let's go ahead and get started by making a new layer. Make sure you click on rounded rectangle, and so now this is gonna come, because this is the one that we set to fixed size. We need to go ahead and click here and not select fixed side, select unconstrained, which will get the fixed size off, and you can be able to just draw the shape without it using the parameter that you gave it. Right, so let's go ahead and just put it here. Oh, and make sure you change the foreground color first. So D7, D7, D7. Alright, so remember that. So hold on, do it again. Alright. Okay, depends how big you want it to be. Okay. Okay, hold on, space, move it, and hit the move tool, and you can move it down a little bit. That looks good. Okay, make a new layer. Okay, now we're gonna need to draw a shape, like to draw a shape without using the shape tool. Click on the pen tool and make a make a triangle like that. That looks fine. And right click in the middle, fill path, and make sure use foreground is what is set. Alright, click on use foreground and click OK. Click on path, click away so you won't see the path, and you can click on the move tool. Make sure you click on this layer and you can move it around. Okay, and so we don't need to do that again. We can just go ahead and right click, duplicate layer, and just move it here, and go on edit, transform, flip horizontal, and go ahead and just position it. Make sure on the move tool you can go ahead and move it with your arrows on the keyboard. Okay, that looks fine. That looks good. Alright, so make sure you name the layers so you won't get confused. You go ahead and grab the text tool, right, and click here in the middle and type in. Make sure it's white, FF, and type in sign up now. Alright, so it depends what size you want it to be. You can go ahead and change the size of it up here. Okay, let's make it big this time. That looks good. That looks fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and change the blending mode to some. See if you can find a good one. Okay, just leave it normal. Okay, right, so you can go ahead and double click on it, inner shadow, and you can go ahead and just pick that color, and it will look like that. Yeah, but don't do that, it doesn't look good. Okay, so I'll leave it this way, and next what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little box, make a new layer, make sure, and I'm going to make a little box here, and Control Z to undo. Make sure your foreground color is gray, and make sure you make a box here. If you don't want it around, you can go ahead and change the radius to something just a minute. Okay, right, so if you don't want it around again, you just go ahead and change the radius pixels to something maybe like a 10 or something like that, and you can just go ahead and delete the shape and redraw it again. Alright, so we just can Control Z, and we can stay with this one. I like it. Go on up here, click, hold elliptical marquee tool, and draw a circle in the middle, like that, and okay, that looks fantastic. That looks nice. Let it go, and you can move it around with your arrows on your keyboard. Hit delete and it will make a circle, and you can go on select, deselect. Alright, and let's make a really interesting text effect. Let's see, okay, let's see, you can just go ahead and do that. Okay, so we start here and we go here. Control Z. That looks good. That looks good. We can just go ahead and just make a really nice path, and we can draw text on it. But I'm just gonna use this as an example, and click on the path and say remember me, right? Remember me, and it will write on the path. Alright, so you can just go around like that, and it will say remember me, and make sure you click on the path, and that's off now. That looks nice. That looks really interesting effect. Alright, so let's go ahead and you can just go ahead and make a path, and that goes around, and that will look really good. So let's go ahead and just make a text over here. Write a text and say green members only. Green members login, like that, and select it. Change the color to kind of green, not really green, but close to being green, maybe like that. I don't know, let's see, like that. That looks good. Okay, so make sure you size it down so it can fit. Let's see, maybe size it down so it can fit. Hit enter. Oh, by the way, to get this thing up, to size it, it's Control T. Right, so make sure you click on the move tool and move it up. That looks good. And cool. So it looks like it's on top of these boxes, so we're gonna take it down under the username box, so it's like behind the box, and we can double click on it, and let's go inner shadow, and it's black, so that kind of it looks nice. Alright, so yeah, and that's how you create your own login form in Photoshop. And so you can go ahead and use the splice tool. If you ever used it before, you can go ahead and use it and make the shapes, and you can go ahead and put it into Dreamweaver or any other site building, any other softwares that make websites, and you can go ahead and make that your your login form for your website, right? So go ahead and try it, and you might find it interesting, right? So again, you can use the splice tool, and you can go ahead and select like here, and there you go, one, and you can make another one here for the text, move it around, and you can go ahead and make another one here, and there you go, and another one here, and you can just go ahead and draw it for the whole thing, and then get it ready for Dreamweaver, and make sure you name these, right? I'm sure there's tutorials out there of how to make a page in Photoshop and put it in Dreamweaver and be able to edit it, your text and all that. So search for that, and I might make a tutorial of that soon. Just go ahead and subscribe, and I might make a tutorial of it. and if you want me to do so, just go ahead and email me and I might do it. Alright, thanks everybody for watching this video tutorial, and hope to see you in my next tutorial. Subscribe for updates of my next tutorial, and yeah, thank you very much and have a good day.